Hi everybody, I'm Wes Allen. How are you? I'm going to echo, well, first of all, let me just say, can we have a big hand for Brian and the other comics tonight? I say that because there is a lot of fucking bullshit out there, and it's nice that laughter is a really good medicine, and we can come in here and do that and heal ourselves and all that other shit. So, I had a crappy week just like everybody else. I got fired on Monday. I know. And hey, it wasn't for smoking pot anywhere. I actually got fired for doing a good thing. Let me tell you what happened. Corporate came in. Hi, Brian. I always look stupid when you take pictures, so now I try to look all right. Corporate came in and they said, hey, what do you guys need to be successful? So I worked for ATS, Alma Tire Service. It stands for Alma Tire Sucks, or stands for all the snakes. Whatever. They said, what do you need to be successful? And I said, well, for starters, we're a tire shop and we kind of rely on air. So we could use a compressor, an air compressor that doesn't break down every other month and then we got to spend $5,000 to fix it. Let's just get a new one. Also, airlines that don't fly apart when you're trying to fill stuff with air, that could be good. Second, but I don't know, maybe should be number one, some safety equipment, right? We just had a truck slip off a jack and it destroyed an oil pan, and thank God nobody was underneath there when it happened. Maybe some safe jack stands as well, and some wheel chocks, too. So they said, all right, Wes, we're going to landscape the front. So I tried to talk to CEO or whatever stupid title he gave himself. His name rhymes with Tony Grace. And I tried to talk to him about, because that didn't sit right with me. But he wouldn't give me the time of day. And I had to go on a service call anyway. I had to go risk my life to, make him some money. So, as I was leaving, it said, leave a review, and I left 1 star, and I went and I did my job. So when I got back, I got yelled at. And they were like, hey, can you change that? Tony got butthurt or something. So I changed it to 5. And so then on Monday, when I went into work, they fired me. I guess what I'm letting you guys know is, please, for the love of God, don't worry about me. I will be fine. I have a paid comedy gig tomorrow night, $10 whole. That is 2 gallons of petrol for my Prius. I've got a gay kid. It's Pride Month, clap. I'm very proud. A proud gay girl dad, or whatever she is. So she came out to me, and this is what felt good. She knew to come to me because she feels safe with me. She started planting seeds very early when she was little by asking things like, hey, Dad, remember how you wanted a boy instead of a girl? And I'm like, hey, that's not true. I heard boys were easier, but you were a very good baby. I told you right when you came out, I said, I'm sorry, I wished for a boy, you're perfect the way you are. And then she starts asking things later, like, Dad, would you ever call me son? And I'm like, sunshine? Like, that? Because I ain't gonna lie, I feel like I've watched this movie before, and it's kind of a hard pill to swallow when you're a girl dad, And so she asked me to buy a binder. Not a trapper keeper, but a binder, because I go, what's going on, kiddo? And she says, well, Dad, some days I feel like a girl, and some days I feel like nothing, and some days I feel kind of boyish, and I just grew these giant boobs, and I don't know what they just kind of, I don't like them. And I'm like, well, that's fair enough, Well, I've grown boobs, but that was from too much cake or something. So I get it. She came to me because she knew she could. She has a, thank you. What's your name? Cinda, that's right, I remember you. Yeah, I got a present for you later. Better than a binder. Damn it, where was I? My gay kid. She came to me because she felt, so she has a Bark phone, and one of the things it has you do on the weekly is this little task, and it's like put a picture or fill in something. What feels like home to you? And so I just wrote a place I can go where I get a hug and I don't gotta ask for one. You know, simple enough. Well, earlier in the day, I was just standing at the counter and she was like, "Hey Dad," and I'm like, "What?" And she goes, "Chicken butt." And I smiled and she took my picture. And then she put that picture for what feels like home. And I don't know, well, the opposite of heartbreak, heart fix. That kid did it. And she is very funny. I'll tell you what, she's good at fixing my heart that way and making me laugh. We were watching this compilation of car crashes. And the cement truck went flying through an intersection, spilled over, wet cement everywhere. She goes, "Well, they needed a new sidewalk anyway." We were talking shit back and forth around Christmas. And I was like, "Yeah, yo, you know, if I went to school with you, I'd shove you in a locker and walk away laughing, high-fiving my friends." And she goes, "What friends?" She says, "Dad, were you born on the highway?" I said, "I don't think so. Why?" She said, "Well, that's where most accidents happen." Ouch, kid. Ouch. I got her something, and I don't remember what it was, but I texted her, and I said, "Just remember who has the best dad in the world." And then I went self-deprecating, of course. I said, "Probably some other kid." And she goes, "Yeah, named Bluey." Anyone know? Anyone? Yeah. Bluey, man, that kid's dad, Bandit, killing it as a dad, killing it. And you know what's funny? And if you guys all want to get up and leave after I tell you this joke, please be my guest. On that show, Bandit, the dog, his day job is an archaeologist, but he's a dog, so that makes him a barchaeologist.
It makes sense because he drinks.
You gonna leave? I didn't think so. So, my kid wants me to be gay. And I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "Well, gay guys are more fun." Yeah. Touche, kid. All right, I'm going to end with a little game you guys can all play at home. Ladies, have you ever wondered what it's like to have a penis? Someone said yes, so that means we're in. We're doing this. This is called the Shadow Schlong game. Let's see if I can get, it might be perfect. It might be perfect. Okay. So, you have to be wearing a belt. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2, you walk up to wherever, and you just do this. It's a good looking hug, ain't it? It's not even a hug, it's my belt. And you just play with it. Gift will have to wait till later. Honestly, I did have a gift, but Brian got me the light, I forgot. Oh, second part of the schlong game, sorry. Only the guys can play this, I'll hurry it up. So, at least in my case, once you're done with this part, a much smaller schlong comes out. And then that one urinates, and then goes back in, and then you just, that's the end of the schlong game. Now, if you were to ask the littler schlong, what was that all about? He'd go, "Oh, you mean that one that just kind of gets there before I do? And then I show up and I do all the work, and he watches, and then I leave, and then he goes home a little bit after me? That's my supervisor. He's a giant dick." And his name is Tony Grace. But I'm Wes Allen. Have a good night, you guys. Thank you.
Talking dick.